1051.
It's Power 1051, home of the Breakfast Club. Angie Martinez and at Hip Hop and R&B. It's your main man, EmEz, and here we are again, the Sunday Sit Down. And today, normally, I know the name of the person I'm about to interview. I could tell you what I thought it was, but I think she goes by something new. Let's just call her Cheri. Okay, Cheri's in the building.
Cheri,
you see? You see how I told you? Is it Cheri Dennis?
It's Cheri Dennis, but it's okay. People always call me Cheri.
Okay.
I get a lot of that, so it's all good. I'm used to it.
Cheri Dennis, but that's not the confusion I was talking about.
You were talking about the Cheri Coke.
Yes, let's get right into it. What's that about?
It's just like an AKA. It's nothing too serious. I'm still Cheri Dennis. That's my birth name. It's just like, you know how rappers have aliases.
Got you.
It's just something fun. We're doing something different, so.
I was getting a little worried. I'm not gonna lie to you. Have you heard of The Hustle?
Yes, I have.
Or Music Soul Child. I was like, don't tell me she's about to hit me with the Hustle.
Do you know who P. Wonderlove is?
Yes.
As well?
Who's that?
He has another alias that the Hustle, that's his name.
Yeah.
Oh, he does like the whole auto-tune rapping thing. Don't shake your head, that's not nice.
Okay, all right. We got Cheri Coke in the building.
And then P. Wonderlove is like this enlightened Bob Marley type of thing. He has like all these different aliases he's going by now.
Artists are very
artistic.
There's the word. Eccentric. Shout to The Hustle.
Yeah,
now, Cheri Coke in the building. Now, so you're saying it's not a name change, it's just an alias?
It's just an alias. You know.
Okay.
Yep.
So now, explain to me this new trill sex wave that they're talking about, that's connected to Cheri Coke. Explain to me what that's about.
Well, I mean, I think that everybody knows me mostly from the whole bad boy situation.
Absolutely. We're going to get into that too.
And doing standard R&B that's like really pretty and really safe. And what I do now is what you got right there, the new trill sex wave, however they described it. That was a project I did with a producer named Melo X. So it's like experimental, playing with my voice, just doing like a lot of trap, soul, trippy type of things going on.
They told me I had to take a Molly if I want to listen to it.
I mean, if that's your thing, if that's your thing, I'm not tripping. It probably makes the experience all that much more trippy. You know, if you smoke your weed or whatever you do. But it's more of like an alternative soul R&B thing. It's definitely not bad boy music. Shout out to Bad Boy.
Okay,
love them.
Is that the direction you're moving, or that was just one project?
Well, that project that I did with Melo was super trippy. It's not going to be that trippy. It's going to be a little bit more relatable. You know, just maybe like halfway somewhere between Bad Boy and that project.
And why are you taking that approach with your music?
Because
now?
that's what I always want to do.
Oh, so even during the Bad Boy days,
I was always bugged out and always somewhere else. And again, shout out to Bad Boy. Our split was amicable. Shout out to Puff. Thank you for my start. I can't shit on.
No.
Can't hate on him. But yeah, we always kind of clashed sometimes because I was always this person. Just booked out. Yeah. So now that I'm an independent artist, I just get to delve more into just the creativity that I've always wanted to do.
So what would you say? Because now it feels like you give me I feel like this is Caitlyn Jenner now. She was Cheri Dennis before, and she didn't want to be. She had this person inside, and she's finally getting this person out. What was your biggest mistake at Bad Boy? Not being Cheri Coke, or this new style?
My biggest mistake at Bad Boy? I think I made a lot of mistakes at Bad Boy. I mean, that was a learning process.
Okay.
Sometimes when you get shut down in a lot of places, sometimes you shut down. Sometimes when you want to do more creative things or you present certain things and people don't get it and they shut it down. Okay. Sometimes you shut down.
Yes.
I wish I hadn't done that sometimes. But that's a learning process. A lot of times I would just get really introverted when certain ideas weren't received the way that I thought they would be received, or again, that was a learning process, and I thank God for every moment that I had, because it made me who I am right now.
Do you still reach out or still have relationships with some of the Bad Boy artists?
Definitely. Like I said, my split with Bad Boy was amicable. It had run its course. I was there almost 10 years. You know, so I just think it was time. You know, my journey was going in another direction. But I still speak to Bad Boy producers. I still have friends that are from Bad Boy. If I see Puff, it's all love. Yeah, I've always gotten along with everybody.
Okay, all right. So now let's go to somewhere else. How do you feel R&B is right now, the state of R&B? Because I see you're going somewhere different with it. You're in a different place creatively. Where would you like to see R&B at?
I like where it's going. I like that it's evolving into other places. Like you have an artist named SZA, who's a friend of mine. She signed to TDE. She's definitely like the new face of R&B. I think Frank Ocean, Stacey Barth. There's like a lot of artists out there that are kind of putting a new spin on R&B. And shout out to all the people that still do like, you know, standard traditional R&B like K. Michelle and those artists, because I think there's a lane for that as well. But I just feel like R&B hadn't evolved. Like, you know, I feel like there needed to be a lane for R&B artists who wanted to, you know, fuse other things into their music. And I think that that's happening, and I'm happy about it. I mean, I know some people, like, you go on social media, you see some people, oh, you know, when will real R&B come back? Or, you know, and I understand that, but I feel like it needed a facelift.
Gotcha.
And it's dope that there are other artists that are coming and giving that facelift to it.
So who are you listening to? What R&B artists are you listening to?
I listen to SZA. I listen to Stacey Barth. I listen to I mean, I listen to some of everything. I don't know if it's just R&B. Like, I'm a music lover.
Yeah, I can see the trippiness coming out of you. I see
I'm
that you're just
a
not...
music lover. I listen to everything, like, you know, so, but as far as R&B is concerned, there is a producer named Aman Amari. He's really dope. I listen to him. A friend of mine named Aman Europe. She's actually an independent artist. She's really, really dope. I'm sure you guys will hear from her soon. A lot of the music that I listen to is not like mainstream music, like, you know, unless you do your research or you like digging in the crates. I don't know if people still dig in the crates, but you know, figuratively speaking, you know, if you're searching for music, I do a lot of like searching on my own for music. So a lot of the music I listen to wouldn't be something you turn on the radio and hear.
Okay, now what's a Cheri Coke recording session like? Is it you with the pen and nothing else? Do you need M&Ms? Do you need the ambiance? What is the recording or the writing process like for Cheri Dennis?
I don't really write, like physically write. Sometimes when I do that, like pen and pad, that kind of stops the creative process for me. So I kind of just do things in my head. But in the studio, there must be greenery. No,
all right, try to say it.
I'm not like a huge drinker.
All right,
but you know,
I think we rock with Cheri.
Right, if you wanna, like, you know, I do drink tequila. That is my drink of choice, or red wine. So I guess if I had alcohol in my session, it would be that. But yeah, greenery, and then just good vibes. Like, I don't like a bunch of people in there. You know, a lot of talking, a lot of stuff going on. I kind of just need to zone out. So. I'm not opposed to people being in my sessions, but you gotta be quiet. You gotta just not be like a distraction. Candles are nice, you know, just good vibes. Yeah, just good vibes.
So now, this might be a personal question, and we may end up editing this out because y'all not supposed to know this. Dutchess or raps? Or papers?
I'm not a huge paper fan. It's like really messy.
Are you a vape guy? A girl? Excuse me.
I'm all that.
Okay.
Like, I'm all
oils
that.
And all
but
that.
I think all of that, like dabs, all of that.
Some of y'all may have no clue what we talk about. With the people that know, they know what we talk about, baby.
That, but I would say on the bottom of my list would probably be papers, unless you really know how to roll, because it's just a messy situation. But I think that I've become addicted to the whole art of rolling, so it's usually like, you know, blood.
Listen, as I look over to my manager, when we do the easy eats, we might need her to come by. We do before
edibles
the eats.
are cool too, but
know what I was talking about.
But the thing is, with edibles, if you don't gauge them, you're out of control with it. So
it's a total different experience.
It is.
Let's change the subject.
Yeah, let's go
Change the subject. Okay, Cheri Dennis, Cheri Coke is in the building. Moving forward, career-wise, where do you see yourself? Who do you want to work with? Like, what's going on with the music? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I would love to be doing like huge festivals. Like, I love festivals. I love, Coachella, South by Southwest, Glastonbury. Like, I am a festival girl. Gotcha. I live for that energy. Of course, as an artist, we all want to be on the radio. We all want to, have that lane. But I get a high off of performing. You know what I mean? So if I could be the type of artist that has like a huge following and I can perform all the time, I'm not really trying to I feel like, okay, because I don't want people to get me wrong. Again, as an artist, we all want to be on the radio. But I feel like sometimes when you're chasing the trendy record or chasing the trend, you always have to come with that. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. And you're always chasing after that. I want to be an artist that makes the kind of music I want to make, have my fan base, and be able to perform that at all times. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I guess I would love to be, because I've had the experience of having a record deal and, chasing the radio hit and all of that, and that's beautiful.
You ready for the other side?
I'm ready for the other side. Gotcha. Like, I live for the energy that I get when I perform. I want to look out and see thousands and thousands of people, like, of all shapes, all colors, loving my music, so that's where I would like to be.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, what inspires you? Like, are you like a pain inspires great music out of you? Or is it something that where you just had a great night at the club and you're like, I gotta get into the studio and just go? Mm-hmm. What inspires you?
All of that inspires me. If I'm a relationship girl, so if I've written songs through heartbreak. You know what I mean? I like to turn up sometimes. I'm a fun girl, you know what I mean? So I've had music that has been inspired by that. I think I'm inspired by everything. Somebody could walk in here right now and they could be like really cool looking and that could inspire a thought. You know what I mean? Like, I'm inspired by everything. I just think life for me inspires my music and my creativity.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Shaker Heights, Ohio to be exact.
All right,
it's a suburb in Cleveland.
So, are you a Braun fan?
I am a LeBron fan. I'm not really into sports, but I'm sure if my dad was listening right now, he'd be so disappointed in me if I said I wasn't a LeBron fan. Shout out to LeBron. Although my father wasn't really happy with him when he was in Miami. So.
A lot of Cleveland wasn't happy with him.
He's redeemed himself,
Absolutely. He still hasn't got that ring yet for Cleveland, but we won't talk about it.
It will come. I'm sure it will come, as long as he stays.
Like the detox. We're waiting on LeBron.
Been waiting on it forever.
Yes, no doubt. Listen, Cheri Dennis is in the building. It's the Sunday Sit Down. It's your main man, EmEz. What was some of the tribulations starting out when you were young with the bad boy situation? I know you talked about how you were frustrated not getting some of your ideas really out there. Mm-hmm. But besides that part of it, what was the struggle as the new girl over there doing what you were doing?
I was just really young. I wasn't from New York. I just think it was like a lot of growing pains, you know what I'm saying? Just being from another place that wasn't as fast, being a woman in the music industry and being really young at that time. Mm-hmm. It's a male-driven industry, so, I've come up against a lot of stuff. But I think the creative thing was probably the biggest thing. Yeah, just being misunderstood creatively sometimes was like the most frustrating thing because I'm a creative, you know what I mean? And I'm an artist and I'm really sensitive about my art, so.
As you should. This is what something you do all the time. Be serious about it.
When you slave over a creation and then you present it to somebody and everybody, it's like,
yeah.
That can be frustrating. It can be disheartening, but at the end of the day, it promotes growth because you got to work through those things. You know what I mean? Like, and I think anything that makes you uncomfortable is room for you to grow and figure out what you're made of. You know what I mean? And so I made it through that.
There it goes.
And I'm not one of those disgruntled bad boy artists that people always talk about. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Are you throwing shots?
I'm just no, that's no shade because I'm not talking about the artists themselves. I'm speaking of the outside world. People love to make it seem like every bad boy artist is disgruntled and should have a reason to be so mad with Puff. And I'm just not one of those. I'm like, I'm happy that I had that experience. I feel like had Puffy not have given me that opportunity, you wouldn't be here speaking to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how could I ever shit on that situation?
Gotcha.
How could I ever hate on it? Because the reason why I have the opportunity, because that man gave me an opportunity. So no, every situation wasn't ideal. No, every situation wasn't, you know, a bale of flowers. But it was the opportunity that was given to me.
And that's all you ever wanted.
That's what I wanted.
There
You know
you
what
go.
I'm saying? So I didn't walk away from that situation mad at him. I walked away from that situation being like, thank you, I'm ready to move on. And there it is, you know?
There it is. From the wise words of Miss Cheri Dennis.
Yes.
Yes. I gotta make
Cheri
sure.
Coke.
Cheri Coke.
Don't be mad, man. Get motivated.
There it goes. Cheri Dennis is in the building. It's the Sunday Sit Down with EmEz. Tell them how they can get to you on the Instagrams and the Twitters and all that.
You can
stuff.
reach me at Christ Coke, like...
Christ Coke.
Yes.
Fam. What are you talking about? Christ Coke?
It's underscore Christ Coke.
What? Listen,
No, it's like Coke, like raw, get you hooked, never stepped on, like dope, like not like literally like lines of Coke on a mirror, not that.
See, you gotta clear these things up, man.
Yeah, man, because I know for the simple-minded people, y'all might think,
Straight to Coke.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's like Cheri Coke, like raw, like never stepped on, like get you hooked, like keep coming back for more addicted.
See, now I think I could like that. That I could like.
Okay.
I could like
and
that.
Christ, like, I came to save y'all, man.
There it goes.
From all that whack music y'all be listening to.
You heard her. Cheri Coke in the building.
Aye.
It's the Sunday Sit Down. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate
you.
it.
I'll be rooting for you. I can't wait to
Please,
hear
please.
what you got up next. Whether it's the new wave sex trill stuff,
Yes.
or something
it's
else.
All that. It's all that. It's all that.
Thank you for coming
Thank
through
you
again.
so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
It's the Sunday Sit Down. It's your main man EmEz and Cheri Coke.